You ready?
Yeah, baby, let's go.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Chemical Vision Podcast, where future sound meets present mind. I'm Johnny Chase, your interdimensional guitar wizard.
Yo, I'm Tyler. Guys, we're coming to you deep from the studio lab tonight. It probably sounds a little wonky. We're like in between space and time right now. It's kind of hard to explain, but if it sounds a little out of phase, then that's probably why, because we're not even here, really.
Yeah, so episode 9 is here, and this one's got a little buzz to it. I mean, seriously, it definitely did if you were listening before we started recording. But for real, we're gearing up for our next live show on May 30th. All right, we're gonna start promoting that now. I guess this will be airing this coming Friday, right? So this should be probably like the first, I think, and then we should probably put this in here because we have coming on in a future episode. Will it be in time for the show, Tyler?
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I think it'll be right before the show, right? Because we have, it'll be the episode right before the show. We'll have a guest.
Yeah, because in case anybody doesn't know, we record these bi-weekly, and we try to give these to you. Bi-weekly, so it gives us a little bit of time to breathe with everything we're doing. But
yeah, typically though, I feel like once we record them, we get them out within a week. So yeah, we'll have that one out with him. It'll be with our special guest and a little bit of hype about this show. And
well, that's what I'm gonna say here is I was gonna announce who the guest was.
Oh, okay, do it.
I'll just say his name and then I'll let you fill it in. It's Anthony. It's our buddy Anthony. Yeah, hold on. Let's see here, Anthony.
It is, yes, nice. Yeah, Anthony is the head of Tonneson Project, or Tonneson.
Yep.
And they're the ones that brought us in to play this show and let us step in and be the headliners and be the cool kids for a little bit. So we're all pumped to go play with them, and some other friends of ours are playing too. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, this is going to be amazing. Let's be real. Let's get the late night set, and they let us kind of act like we're headlining here. So I appreciate the opportunity. Anthony's an amazing person, always helping us out. I'm
and a badass guitar player, and a great singer,
a badass guitar player, a singer-songwriter as well. So I'm really stoked. But so tonight we're talking future frequencies, performance energy, some updates from the chemical realm. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go into segment 1, Tech Max. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Tyler. I guess I'm stealing this from you, but let's jump right in.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Yeah. Well, I had something to talk about because I've been messing around with my stuff for so long, and I got that new pedal, didn't like it, had to send it back. So I've really been spending a lot of time trying to dial in my rig lately, and trying to get the biggest challenge right now is trying to get the bass to come through. And I've got this parallel chain coming through with the sub-octave generator, and it's got some delay and all this stuff happening, and it's all to try to get like a cool, robotic-y, robust, deep. I don't know. It's just like it's the perfect for the bigger, heavier tracks. Like really come in and put like a grit and tone behind what I'm doing.
100%. Well, I love what you're doing live. It's been great to see you start to put together that vocal chain and that vocal rig, especially with all the stuff that we have going for chemical. We're kind of venturing in a lot of different realms here, but I love it. I think it's awesome. But I think technology has gotten to the point where it's actually not becoming such a daunting thing. Because don't get me wrong, I used to, along with the regular local sound guy, kind of make a face anytime some vocals is like, oh, I got my effects here. It's like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
Dude, I've been using effects. I've been doing that for a few years, at least since I've been 23 or 24, and they always kind of turn their nose up against they're having your own effects. And even there's one guy who even knows one of my other bands, prior bands' music, and he'd be like, oh, I can just do it for you. And I'm like, no, dude, no. You're like, no.
Nope.
Like, no. I mean,
do you really know the cues? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Maybe until you have like a front of house engineer, which speaking of, we should probably talk maybe at some point
One day.
With
one
Chemical.
Day I won't be doing any of that stuff.
Maybe we get a front of house engineer for this show coming up. But anyway, back to what you were saying about vocal production with your rig.
Yeah, it's been a challenge, but it's been fun just trying to. It's been explorative, and so like trying to find new stuff and new fun settings that kind of elevate or make it more unique, because a million bands have done a million things. We want to stand out. We want to bring the future of sound to people. So
right,
why not bring them something they haven't ever heard before?
No, I totally agree. And I'm always I'm kind of always on that track as far as the way I want the band to sound live. I always want things to sound unique, interesting, but hi-fi. Everything kind of at the top of its limits, the best it can be. But as far as
and then catchy on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Super catchy.
Well, yeah, that's, I guess I'm kind of letting that go. Yeah, right. But sticking with the name of the segment, Tex-Mex. I know most people know it's the mechs that we have. They rate their favorite 21st century technology, and on a list from them, we got on the number one. Tyler, you might find this interesting. The number one thing that they have on their list for their favorite 21st century technology, and it's probably because we've been practicing a lot for this next show we have coming up. But they said their favorite piece of technology is personal fans. Okay? Personal fans? Yeah, personal fans. I guess somehow, even though they're synthetic beings, they still get hot and overheated playing the set. Playing 50 minutes of the Chemical Vision set. So, Tex-Mex, their favorite piece of 21st technology is personal fans.
It's a personal fan. Oh, that's cute. Well, yeah. I guess we do make them cover up their ugly ass faces, so maybe that's why they're breathing. I don't know how they breathe. Do they even breathe there? I don't even know.
Maybe it's about time we get another on there, because they don't really have faces. Those are their faces at what we're seeing. So it's like I guess we'll have to get another one on and we'll ask some more of these questions. But anyway, it's like,
oh, you mean there's not a predator fucking face underneath there? I just always assumed there was a really hideous creature.
They are synthetic beings, and that's just.
I don't ask.
That's just part.
I don't ask.
That's just part of their makeup there. But
I don't know how you found that out, but that's between you and them.
Well, and speaking of getting ready for the show, that leads to segment 2, the signal.
Oh.
Bow, bow, bow. Oh no, this one.
Yeah, mark your calendars, kids.
Yeah. All right, so segment 2, which was the May 30th show plug. Well, I know we talked about it already, so all right, fam. Mark your calendars. May 30th, we're coming back to the stage. Going to be here in Tampa, a hometown show at the Brass Mug. We say a hometown show. It's kind of far for us. But
hometown, yeah, I'm from St. Pete, kid.
Yeah, right. Well, we're gonna call this one somewhat hometown at the Brass Mug, at the famous Brass Mug. I know everybody's heard of this place.
That's right.
But all right, so we got that going.
That's right. We got a hollow projection rig.
Yeah,
we're getting that rolling.
Yeah.
We also got some serious cybernetic visuals.
Yep. And we got some new songs too.
Oh my gosh, everything's new. I mean, there's so much new. If you've never been to a Chemical Vision show, this is the one you should be at for sure.
Yeah, so I guess I know.
Flip flop there.
Sorry. No way. It's all good, right? Well, we have a full audiovisual set, new songs, and a few surprises. But I think also at Brass Mug they got that date booked there. You can probably buy some tickets. I know that they're gonna run $10 at the door. You can probably do some pre-sale there at the Brass Mug. I know they have a Facebook amongst some other social media pages, but. $10, and I think that'd be great. You'll be able to catch us. We're going late. This is going to be a late night set. It's going to be live in the underground.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. We're going on around 11. So for those that stay late, we have a great set to take you into the midnight hour, kind of party from Friday into that Saturday morning. And then we got Tonneson before us, kind of bridging the gap. And my personal favorites, we got Haas.
It's going to be awesome.
They're playing, opening up this package. But also, I guess last but not least, we have Jeremiah and my personal buddy and favorites, Oxidose. That's going to be awesome. Oxidose's first set out in public, so I'm super stoked to see this live.
And Jeremiah too.
Oh, and Jeremiah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So this will be great. This is going to be a lot of fun for everybody. I don't think the Brass Mug is ready for it, but let's keep promoting this, and let's pack the mug, and let's show them we got what it takes. We got a thriving scene here. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
Absolutely, I'm into it.
Yeah, and DM us. Listen, if for the first 25 people who buy a ticket, and DM us a screenshot, we're sending out and having exclusive merch here at the show. Okay,
that's right.
So the people that buy a ticket and are going to be here, we will actually give you a piece of the exclusive merch, because what we're starting to do for these shows, we have a limited edition. This is part of that limited edition merch that we're going to be setting up with. We will actually give you a piece of this limited edition merch. It's going to be signed by all the bands and the mechs, including Impact and Sub. Okay, so we'll get that to you. But anyway, so for the first 25 people who buy a ticket and DM us a screenshot, we'll also be hooking you up with a piece of merch, whether it be a shirt, a sticker, something like that. But,
or a hug, even. You know.
Or a hug too.
Those are free.
Yeah,
you all get a hug too.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to especially make sure everybody's not sick. Everybody gets germs around this time.
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, that's me being ridiculous. But that closes out this second segment. That brings us to segment 3. Actually, you know what? I should explain why we sound the way we do and why there is no actual visual video for this one.
Yes, please explain, Johnny.
The reason why there is no visual is because Tyler, the frontman here, injured his beautiful eye, could not even be at rehearsal today. Without keeping all the lights off like a cave. We're trying to record the music videos and everything. And
we didn't try. We did.
We did.
We recorded a music video.
We had all the lights on. I will say he did power through, but it was pretty bad. So we think he had a little bit of issues, some kind of tear to his eye, but hopefully he's doing better. But so we could not do any video. Yeah, he's in the dark now, so that's why we're having to do it kind of via this little rig that we have. Excuse me. But all right, so that being said, that brings us to segment 3, experimental reels. Studio life. We're recording music videos for social. So
oh dude. Well, it's so much work.
Yeah, it's been
in a good way. But and
it has. I will say, as I was breaking down some of that footage that we're having over, and I'll just tell everybody for some green screen stuff. That's tough. It's tough to break it down and get everything exactly where it needs to be, so it doesn't look stupid, doesn't look corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but honestly, I kind of gotta make my standards somewhat realistic. But
yeah.
We've got this track to brewing, Darkcraft. I'm super stoked. Got a new solo in there. Actually, kind of making me really like the sets now. Kind of full of some shredding bangers for me, or at least lets me phrase out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But
you definitely got 2 or 3 spots now to really shine out.
Yeah. So I'm stoked on that. I finally got a little bit of that. These big songs, but Darkcraft, great song, really awesome live. Really came through a lot better than I thought it would, which was great.
By the second or third run through of that, it was sounding really nice.
Yeah, and then because I guess, it's I guess you might hear a rough cut at the May 30th show if we don't upload the sound system first.
Yeah, no promises, dude.
Nice.
No promises.
Yeah.
But I mean, probably we should get there.
Yeah. But
and we should have some. We should have some surprises. We should have everything in line for what we want.
Yeah, and I love the track. It's kind of quasi positive too. Quasi positive. Posi track.
You know, we only have a little bit of those here and there, so.
But
vocally, I mean.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, that was great. All right, let's get on to segment 4, Loops from the Rift. Fan questions or lore.
Question of the week.
So,
all right. Well, the question of the Rift is from at Rifts in the Void. Are the mechs real?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Whoops, I could have just silenced that. That's on my end. Well, I guess defined real, my friend, but yeah, we like to think our sound came from the future, sent back upgrades to keep music alive. So we went to the future. There's kind of a whole set, and we have a whole story about this because we had it documented somewhat by our scribe, sub help scribe this. And we'll put this up. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if we're not bending the timelines, are we even really making art? Are we even doing what we need to do?
Right. Well, we're trying to put this all together for you guys eventually, to check out what we're doing and get a more intimate look at it from the inside, and done in kind of comic book format, a more animated format. We'll put it that way. But
yeah, we're getting closer. We're working with different people and finding who's the right. Got to find the right fit with an animator or an artist in general.
But yes, the mechs are every bit as real. They are synthetic beings from the future sent here to save the future of music, and so that's why they're not always around. And we have Kyle and Tuck to stand in a lot for them for Impact and Sub, because Impact and Sub chase 21st century women because they're not used to that. In the future, there is no women like we have now. But they are here nonetheless, and they are real. So that's a long-winded way of answering that at Rifts in the Void.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Well.
So yeah.
Is that the only question we have today?
Yep. Yeah, but not very popular as far as some of the questions that people said.
Nobody's asking questions this week.
To be honest, I couldn't really ask the other questions I was asked us, and I think those are maybe people that don't even listen to our music with some of the questions that were asked.
No, they're silly things.
Yeah. So that takes us to Sonic Shrine, which we kind of already covered.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, talking about Darkcraft, yeah.
Yeah, it's our Darkcraft writing session.
Yeah, well, we officially started tracking it. I think it's almost done, man. It's heavy.
It's almost
atmospheric.
Yeah, got to get some more mixes done, and I know, I guess we can get a quick story. It came out of this like late night jam session, just really instinctual for us. I think I kind of laid down this chord progression, and the rest of it took shape. But I think maybe Nate said today it's such a straightforward song, but I think that's what throws me off about it typically for what we're doing. But I dig it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, we were pulling from weird corners of the Sonic palette, man. It was really getting some good textures and gnarly shit happening in it. It's one of my more favorite ones. We as we were kind of saying, you said the other day, you were like, I wasn't even really sure about it, and by the time it got done, it's like okay, it kind of revealed itself to us even, you know?
Yeah, it definitely evolved, which is kind of another thing I'm really liking about the way we're writing these singles. They're just coming out. We're not shelving too much. We're just putting them out as is. I do kind of believe in that as far as like being a straight up artist and just putting out what they're not really saving everything for everybody, but we're giving them the best we possibly can with what we got. I love that philosophy. But I mean, also, I think besides that, the fact that lyrically, I really love this song. It seems like these are more positive as far as what we typically talk of with like the emotive stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's got a little more positive note to it, or at least a lighter note.
I guess like for the outlook of it, like the ultimate outlook of it, I guess I should say.
For sure.
But
and it ends on the high.
But that one will drop before the May 30th show. I'm pretty sure we should have that kind of taken care of here soon as we're recording it. And this will be out next week? What's next? What's next Friday?
Next Friday is, I don't know what next Friday is. The Friday after we'll have our guest, right?
Yes. Hold on.
What's next Friday? Is there something I'm missing?
No. Here's what we got. Look at the calendar here. All right, so next Friday is the 2nd. Okay, and that means that our guest will be on the 9th, but then the 2nd, which this episode will be airing that day on the 2nd.
On the 9th, right?
Yep. So hopefully we'll probably have Darkcraft already sent out, ready to go. And then hopefully by the time we have our guest, which I'm going to mention right now, again, Anthony from Towson. Hopefully by the time he's out there, that is out there, so we can talk a little bit more about that and see what he thinks about the single. That'd be great. But
looks like your birthday's in there too. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's coming up soon as well.
I see a few days blocked out for that bad boy.
Yeah, which by the way, we got to, well, after this episode, we got to talk. We got to get your tickets.
You all sorted out.
Yep.
Well, that's for here nor there.
That's so easily sidetracked. I get in my head, especially when I hear. I'm like, here we go. For nobody that knows, Tyler and I just can jump on the phone and talk. That's what I will say. I'm not typically a person who likes to talk if anybody knows me, but Tyler's one of those people that I can do that with.
Yes, that's true. It's happening today. Here we are.
Yep. Here goes.
Talking to the world together. Yeah.
So, but anyway, all right. But yeah. Oh yeah. This is a great line that I had written in our notes. Watch the sparks. The spell's being cast. Darkcraft is coming. Oh God.
You get serious sometimes with these. It's good. That one's borderline.
I try, brother. I try, man. Anyway,
I like it.
Anyway, yeah, take that in the kind of cybernetic, synthetic way. But anyway, so guys, don't forget May 30th. Bring your mind, your movement, maybe a friend or two or three. We appreciate it to the brass mug. We'll keep plugging that as we go along.
Yep. We'll be back for episode 10.
Yeah, we'll be back for episode 10. Until then, keep dreaming, keep the vision. I'm Johnny Chase.
I'm Tyler.
And we'll check you guys next time.
Stay synthetic.
Stay synthetic.
Stay synthetic.